Started recording now. Gosh darn, I'm not the greatest user of this thing. Let's see if I can close this window. Close. Okay. So I'm going to do some training on virtual parties. The system that I've been using is Becky Adams. She did a mock party, and then she did one on how to coach your host to $1,000 party. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen and kind of explain to you which one. Oh my gosh, I've got so many things open, which is always. Can you see my, which one? Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. Okay. All right. So this has definitely changed my virtual parties. Before I started using her system, I did a virtual party, which I really hated doing virtual parties. But I had done one and I barely got it qualified at $200. And then I had done one that was booked off of that, and I got one $20 order. And I was playing around with whether I was going to do groups or events and how exactly to do it. And I was struggling because my hosts weren't participating, and I didn't know how to help them participate. I'm like, I don't know really what to tell them what they should post. And so I saw the training for, this light's kind of bugging me. If I put it over here. Okay. Put it up here. Okay. And then I saw the training for Becky Adams' host coaching process, or maybe Claudia had said something about it. And so I looked through it and I thought that was really cool. And then she did the coach your host to $1,000 party. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then she like puts everything together in one easy note to help you figure out how to do it. So this is her host coaching process. She's got a host coaching checklist, which I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can figure out how to get it to that particular one thing. Let's see. Okay. All right, so that's my whole desktop. Okay, so right here is the host coaching checklist. That's the first thing in her Evernote that she puts, and she's got it set up for catalog show or virtual parties, and she's got it set up for online parties. So, and it's just blued out what you need to do on which thing, whether it's Facebook or email or call or text or whatever. So, and then it tells you when to do it. So show confirmation, 6 weeks before the show, email. Dates to remember, 5 weeks before the show. And she actually has all of these emails attached to it. Invitation or reminder, 2 weeks before the show, email. But I mean, it breaks it down. And I'm a system person, and so this works so beautifully for me. She's even got grays for cooking shows only. Start host coaching via group message, on that would be, I think the Thursday before the party starts, show date, start date. And so, it gives you a space right over here where you can write the dates. And then she suggested getting a notebook and getting 31 tabs. Actually, just went to the store and got mine. So I got the tabs, dividers for 31 days. Here you can see that. Actually, you can probably see it a little bit better with this. For 31 days so that you can print these out. I have some printed out. And then you can put them on whatever day. So if you've done the 6 weeks coaching, then, in one more week at your office hours on that date, you can put that in there. And I got some, they're like little folder holders from Office Depot. Office Depot is where I go. So So I can just slide that right in there for that time when it's time to do that, which is awesome. So I'm excited about getting that put together. I just got that tonight, though. Yeah, so there's that. And then let's go back to my Evernote. So then it's got the host packet details, which is really awesome. It tells you 3 catalogs, 5 order forms, the host letter, the Life Tastes Great brochure, party planner folder, or the printable version. So you can do the folder that you order from the company, or you can print it out yourself. You do the kit credit coupon, 10 to 15 personalized invitations. So either mini catalogs with labels, postcards with labels, or printable invite picture below. I do the postcards right now because I have those, and I don't have to use very much ink. But on the 515.5 document, this is, where does she have it? I'll probably have to pull it up. But it's just the stickers, and it says 5 orders. Here, let me click on it. I've downloaded it 500 times, but it's all good. Where did you go? You're over there. Can you see that where it says hand out all invitations, show strategies, 5 orders before the show, 15 orders during the show, and 5 orders after the show equals 1 successful show. Can you see that? Okay, I wasn't sure. Anyways, so, I mean, it's got that to where you can print it out. I didn't realize that's what that was until I made my own. It's got the Facebook invite, which is this right here. It says you're invited. And when you download it, with this link right here, you're able to change the information on it. So that's really nice. And then your Life Tastes Great, your kit credit coupons, so you can let your host know that they can, get up to $50 off on their kit, so they could get the $59 kit, the $109 kit for $59 when they use the host credit. You're always planting those seeds, because your hosts make the best consultants. So I just printed out some of these, and then I cut them up so that I put it in my host packet. And then the host copy, that's what those stickers are for, hand out all of the invitations, the show strategy. I do this exact same thing, host copy, make your wish list. And then it's got the, it's got the sample host letter. I did not even realize that. Tina, I was wondering what that was. Okay. So, and it comes with a little recipe. So, she just goes all the way with making sure that everything is, it's so systematic. So, I do this exact thing with a folder. Let me go grab an example of what I have. I'll be right back. Okay, so you can do it with these folders, which I have these folders. I usually don't mail out these folders because it's more expensive. You have to get a bigger envelope to mail those out. What I usually do is I take these bags that you can get from my girlfriend's house. Here, let me stop sharing for a minute. Oh. Okay. Well, if I can figure out how to stop sharing. Sometimes this thing, there we go, stop share. Okay, so here's the bag. Here's the, I do the exact same thing that she does, down to, make your wish list big, circling the kit, saying it's the best value, that these are guests that you should brainstorm these guests who aren't on Facebook. I just copied it exactly because I love systems. And so I put it in the cellophane envelope. I put the Life Tastes Great brochure, the kit credit, 5 order forms, and 10 postcards with the link on it. I'll just put this aside. And two catalogs, because then that equals 13 ounces, and I don't get charged $6 and something for priority mail. I can still ship it first class if it's 13 ounces or less. So that makes it really nice that I'm not spending double on it. Now, I mean, if you want to, you can put more in there. And I've had hosts who have hosted who are like, oh, you know, I need another catalog. I mean, it is what it is, and I'm not going to complain about it. I'll send them out another one. But, you know, so far this has worked. The one host who wanted more was actually local, so she just picked it up. So these little cellophane things are really cool. I love, all you have to do is just put a label on the front and put who it's to, put your return address on there, and you're good to go. But I like to send it first class because it's much cheaper. All right, so let me share again. All right, so, oh, start it over. Oh, the host packets. There we go. All right, so, and then it's got this right on here so that you can print it out if you decide not to do the envelope. I do the envelope or the folder when the person joins at one of my parties. That way, I do like the folders better, but I don't like mailing them because it costs more. Okay. Now my computer's working slow. So that's the host packet details. And then she's got the binder process right here, which goes in 6 weeks before the show. This is the confirmation that you send out, the email. 5 weeks, dates to remember, the cooking show. So it's got all of her emails. 10 days before the show, 1 week before the show. And then this is exactly how she sets up the show right here. Create the Facebook event. Be sure that this is a private event. I mean, she goes exactly into it. Now, one of the things that I do, let me see, where's one of my shows? Not that one. Okay. One of the things that I do is I put little emoticons on mine so that you can see. So right here, you can't, well, you can look over here and you can see that my virtual parties have 2 turkeys on either side. And I put that on there because when I go through here, I can go right here. When I'm looking at my events, I know that those are my virtual parties that I set up this time. I had ones that had music notes on it, and that was really cool. Because whenever I went to look for it, you know, anything that you've visited recently will be up here in your drop-down menu, your recent searches. But I'm looking up so many things that sometimes my virtual parties come out. So it's over here on the side, and I know my little turkeys are the one, and I'll change it up next month for Christmas. I'll have little candy canes or something like that. But I mean, I have it set up, you know, exactly. You just have to make sure that when you're doing this, that you're looking for how many times the name is in there. So I have to change Meredith. I have to, you know, get the new link. There's a Meredith in here. There's a Meredith right here. I have to put the link right here. So it's kind of repetitious, but just make sure that this is the one that I forget. I forget this one. So I had to go back and redo it. Thank goodness I hadn't invited anybody. But I mean, I do it exactly like what she says. So go back here. Go back to our host coaching process. So one of the things that she recommends is, oh gosh, let me get there first. I can't talk and think at the same time. Okay, so one of the things that she recommends is, she's got her host coaching right here too, which I printed it out because that's kind of messed up, but if you can, it just goes through how you should host, what things that you should say to them, how you tell them 5, 15, 5, 5 orders before the show that are guests that are not on Facebook, 15 orders during the party, and 5 orders after the party, and that will equal $1,000 show. And she coaches to $1,000 show every time. And that was something that when Judy Joel came to train Claudia's team, she recommended always coach to $1,000 show. If they don't make it, you know, it's not the end of the world, but maybe they stretched a little bit more than they would have otherwise. So now one of the most important parts is the daily host post recommendations. I think this is what has completely turned around my shows, is the fact that I number one, I group them together. So I've got 5 shows going on right now. I've got 4 that are mine, and I've got 1 launch party. And I put the all my hosts into a group message, and I send them their post for the day. So, okay. So I just copy this. Oops, I don't know where it went. So I just copy this exactly like it is, and I paste it into the group message. There's, I think, a couple of things that say Becky on here, and I changed that. And so this is what they're supposed to do. Pre-party day 1, post this on their event with this picture. You know, I'm hosting a Facebook Pampered Chef party, and you're all invited. If you haven't clicked going on the party, please click the link. So the goal for them is to get 30 people going before the show starts. And I kid you not, that has definitely changed things for me. The fact that I'm doing an event as opposed to a group. Now you can do this with groups, but the getting 30 going is kind of defeated because you're already inviting them. With the events, I like it because they have a choice to join or not. And you do an early bird drawing for people who join. With the groups, some people don't like being added to groups. I know I get added to like LuLaRoe groups all the time, and I constantly have to click out of them because I'm like, yeah, I like the stuff, but you know, this is too much. Everybody and their brother is now one of those consultants, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need to be in all these groups. You know, 1 or 2 is fine. So a lot of people don't like it. So I started doing it this way. Oh my gosh, every time I click on it, it keeps going up. So that's really important, making sure that you're doing this. And then the hosts are participating in a point system themselves, where it says with my the host with the most on closing day wins an item of their choice with the most points, valued at 5% of the total guest sales on the party. With my average being $1,100, it's a $55 prize. Now I put $500 because I was like, I don't know what my virtual party average is, but it's probably not even $500 at this point, although it's going up with these shows. So I put $500, and that's a $25 prize. So who wants to win it? So on here, it's got, gosh, every time I touch it, it's got invite all your Facebook friends. Here, I'll actually look on, send me your wish list, 30 going. So you get 100 points for 30 going. You get, every 5 guests over 30, you get another 50 points. You know, the first order gets 25 points. So the hosts are competing. So every day that I'm putting that out there, you know, everybody's seeing it, and then they're posting to their page. Now I've had a couple of people who didn't post, and so I just kind of was like, hey, you know, Nina and Meredith, you know, make sure, like today's was, I don't think they had done any of them up to this point, but today's day 1 on my party. So it's this one where it says, woohoo, it's party time. Yeah, woohoo, it's party time. Glad you all could join us. Now let's get started. Let us know you're here by commenting below how we know each other, but lie. Who will be the most creative and what you're looking forward to learning most about the party for extra game tickets for the drawing. Don't lie here. So I did tell 2 of my hosts, I was like, hey, you know, make sure you post this because you want, you know, everybody's having fun and such parties. You know, you want to make sure that, you know, your people are having fun too, where they get to make up how they met you. And they come up with some crazy stuff like, oh, I met so-and-so, you know, skiing across the Alps or whatever. And it's just funny. It's fun to see what they're doing. So it tells them stuff to post on their event. It tells them to message their guests. Like for the people who've seen it that haven't clicked going, you know, it specifically says, you know, I noticed, or notice you hadn't seen the invite. So people who haven't seen it, you know, to let them know, hey, join in, there's an early bird prize. So there's lots of different posts that you can post every single day. She's got one. of the party. And the way she does it is she does the first Tuesday and the third Tuesday of every month. And she does pre-party posts 5 days before that. So, and one of the great things about that is if you look at the first Tuesday, so she's got five, um, 5 days worth of pre-party posts. She's got 7 days worth of party, and then she's got 2 post-party posts. So it's 15 days total for one show. And one of the things that's nice is if you do it like that, then you've got a payday every pay period. So if you've got, how many ever shows closing, you're doing them on the first Tuesday, those are going to close before the 15th. If you do it the third Tuesday, then those are going to close before the end of the month. So every pay period you're hitting. And if you're doing multiple amounts of them, then if you have 1 or 2 that don't qualify, then it's not as heartbreaking as it is if you only have 1 and you're really counting on those sales. So sometimes you can kind of be like, okay, you definitely try your best, but you're like, okay, it's not going to be the end of the world. The other thing that she suggests, the reason that she wants the host to post is because when they post on their page, everybody on their friend list gets a notification. When I post, only the people who are going get the notification. So that's why they need to be posting and liking and commenting, coming up with their own posts. They get points for coming up with their own post. And then the other thing that she recommends is every day changing the banner, because everybody on the list will get a notification when you change the banner. Now, I totally forgot to do this until last night when I was doing some training with my team on this, and I was like, oh no. So I changed it last night and I changed it this morning. And one of the parties where the host wasn't posting, I think we got 3 or 4 more people who ended up coming to the party because everybody gets that notification. So, it just goes through a ton of stuff. She makes it so easy. And then the way she does it is, even down to, I'm sorry, I keep scrolling so fast. It's ridiculous. Okay, now I got to wait for it to load. Even like, oh, you've got 10 people going, great job. Oh, after you messaged your guest, you got 5 more people going. So ways to encourage your host. For me, this is something that I need because this does not come natural to me. So it's nice to have it in a nice, neat little, oh, there it is. So, you're at 20 now, only 10 more to go. Keep doing what you're doing. 1 day left of your pre-party and you already have 25 guests. That's great. How quick can you get to 30? The other one, I really wish you would reconsider. When I booked your party, we talked about the importance of this to reach, it says my goal, but I think it should be your goal, to reach your goal of getting everything on your wish list for free or 50% off. That's still my goal, but it's your party. Is that still your goal as well? Okay, let's work this together as a team, and I promise you'll be happy with the outcome. And I can definitely tell a difference between my hosts who are doing the daily posts and the hosts who aren't. I've got, like I said, 5 parties going on right now. I don't know what the launch party is doing because I don't see the results of that. I have one that isn't qualified yet, but I have one at $600 and I have 2 at $250, and today's day 1. So I've still got 7 more days I've got 6 more days of party and 2 days of post-party. So I'm like, this is crazy, especially considering I hated them with a passion because I was just not good at it. So then another thing that she has is she actually has let me share this. Figuring out how to share. There it is. All right, so she does a full service checkout with every one of her guests. Oh my gosh, how smart is that? So in one of her posts it says, hey, if you see something from a 910 area code, make sure you answer it. It's me. I'm checking out, I want to make sure your orders, I can't remember her exact wording. I wanted to make sure everything's correct on your order, something like that. So, but she does this full service checkout, and she's got all the scripts for everything. This is something that I totally love. So, hi, is this blank? Hi, blank. This is Becky with Pampered Chef. I'm so-and-so's consultant. I wanted to thank you for your order. I really appreciate it. We'll be closing our show soon, and I wanted to make sure I have everything before we do. I have you down for a blank, blank, and a blank. Is that right? Okay, see, it's not. Let me just make this a little bit wider. There we go. All right, you're going to love that. You're going to love that blank. I like to do whatever with mine. I have a pretty awesome recipe e-cookbook for you too that I'll send to you. What are you looking forward to using the most? So I mean, just setting up a conversation and creating that relationship. She's obviously really good at that. That's where I definitely lack. I'm more, I think, I don't do the small talk as easy. So having it all out, if they say yes, this, if they say no, this, offer the business, offer hosting, and she goes down to emails that you can send and follow up texts, hey, it's Blank with Pampered Chef. I just left you a voicemail regarding Blank's party. Please call me back as soon as you get this number. So as soon as you can at this number. So I really love that. I mean, she really just lays it out so easily and makes it into something that's really easy. And that's what I love. So she's also got some out of the box Facebook calls that she does too. And I know I'm like teaching on somebody else's thing. I did not come up with this, but it's amazing. And I'm really excited because of the difference it's made in my business. My virtual shows, I don't freak out anymore because I tend to stack my virtual shows. I would like to get up to the point where I do 6 at a time. Right now I'm doing 5. And then, I'm trying to build up for my next one. And I would like to be able to get these booked out, pretty far in advance. So out of the box calls, and it doesn't matter how long it's been. This is Becky Adams with Pampered Chef. Did I get you at a bad time? I really appreciate your order from host Facebook/catalog show. I'm calling to make sure you're happy with your new products. Have you had a chance to take them out of the box? Now, I'm not exactly saying it like I would if I were calling someone. I'm just reading it. What are you enjoying the most? Share a recipe, a product tip or recipe. And you can have all that information from Consultant's Corner on what they ordered, and you could have, a product tip or recipe before you make the phone call. So a lot of people have called me this month about my 30-day business challenge. Would you like me to send you some information about the Pampered Chef business opportunities as well? And then if yes, send them a link to your personal website and mail out a join us. I mean, once again, she has just put everything in a nice little bow for people like me who love to just check the box. And then here's another one, another out of the blue. Oh, we only have 10 minutes. Okay. Another out of the blue script that you can use to call people when it's been a while. So, I mean, this is her system. This is something that, I'm using that I absolutely love, and I've had a lot of success with it. Now, if I can figure out how to, oh, there we go. If you guys have a question, you can unmute yourself and ask any questions. I will answer them as best as I can.
Hey, Lori.
Hey.
I joined late, so where do you get all of this stuff from, Becky?
I have it in an Evernote, and I can post the link on. Is everybody from Claudia's team, or are you guys both from Landy team and Claudia's team?
Claudia's
team.
Okay. All right. I'll post it on both of their pages, her system, and then that way everybody's got it. But it's such an awesome system. And like I said, I can't say enough how much I love systems. Systems make me happy. So I'm like, finally, I don't have to come up with something.
Hi, Lori. It's Tiffany from Claudia's team. How are you tonight?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm sick as a dog, but still working my business. So,
that's awesome.
I just wanted to say that I was not doing the host coaching thing. Started off like a bullet and got busy and dropped the ball there. And I've done it for the past 4 parties and have seen a huge improvement, not just like in host participation, but also they're enjoying it. The hosts are involved. I have communication with them. They feel like they have some control over how their party goes. So I would encourage everybody, even if you don't follow the exact structure of, what's being shown, to really develop your own and get your hosts involved, because it's so much more fun.
It is. And you can do this, like I use Post My Party, but you can do this with SendShare. You can do it if you're doing it in groups. It would just have to be tailored a little bit differently. I mean, you can do it however you want to. Me, I like to follow it exactly like she did it. It really excites me because I'm like, it's working, it's working. So I haven't implemented the emails yet, though, because I usually book things in closer. I can't wait till I get everything booked out a little bit further. But anyways, yeah, do it to it. Do it however it works best for you. And you're going to see like people having a fun time. I mean, I had one of my hosts, and I'm totally talking this whole time, and I never think that I'm like, oh, there's going to be too much time. I'm not going to have enough to talk about. But I had one of my hosts who she was in one of my virtual parties, and she ended up booking because she was like, well, I'm already getting quite a bit, and I have a couple people who want to order. Well, she qualified today. She's at 258, and she was like, I wasn't expecting 3 of those orders. And initially she had only invited 11 people, but because I put her in that group message with everyone, she invited more people and more people so she can get the 30 going, because she's like a point whore. She loves getting the points. Like, she is all about, like, in my party, she was all about getting the points and racking them up. And so she's the same way with hosting. And so I'm like, yes, this is awesome. So the competitive side of her won over. And so now she's, participating and getting her people in there, and she's really excited. And that's where you make sure that you tell them, I mean, I made a joke. I'm like, this is so easy, a caveman could do it. Like, my job is not hard. And so I'm trying to talk her into becoming a consultant. And that's, I mean, a great way. Look, we have this all figured out for you. You don't even really have to do a whole lot of thinking.
3 of our 4 parties got orders before their shows had started. So definitely helpful for sure.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I can't say enough about it.
Hey, Laurie, Cheryl here from Donna's team. Hi. So Donna just asked me to share what I've actually been doing. I haven't been doing Becky's thing yet. But whenever I do a cooking show, I always run a virtual event with the cooking show, so that way it's just generating more interest in the cooking show too. And I use Post My Party also. So what I'll do is at the end of one month, I just set up the template for the next month. And I go in and I just kind of tailor that introduction. Like I say, we're gathering at our home, and we're also gathering online to do, to shop from home and our jammies and wine. And then I usually take out the games if it's a cooking show, because I figure I'm going to be doing a game at the show. Sometimes I forget to take it out and whatever. Nobody has to get a prize anyway. So I definitely wanted to mention that, because I think that's definitely helped my sales, because even if the people are not attending the cooking show, they're still getting a preview of the products that are going to be at the cooking show. And the other thing I've been doing is I actually post the link to the show on the person's personal Facebook page. So I'll go over and I'll be, hey, Heather, here's a link to your show in case some of your friends didn't see their event invite or something like.
I know. I'm very tongue-tied tonight. I'm like,
it's getting late.
Yeah.
And I didn't even talk as long as you. You did an awesome job, Laurie.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. But those are the 2 couple of things that I've been doing, and I found it's definitely helped with the cooking shows. And then if you already have like that one show set up, like you said, you just kind of tweak it a little bit. And I do events too. I don't do the groups.
Yeah, I would be really, really interested because I've been wanting to do something like that where I've got it leading into it, but it takes me forever to come up with things. So, do you have do you have something in maybe Evernote, or do you have
I haven't Post My Party. I can
send me the template. Would you mind if I put it in an Evernote and I shared it with everyone, so
yeah,
kind of see what it looks like and how you do it so that it can be duplicated? Because I think that is, I can't remember who it is, but I know somebody else does that. And I started doing a couple of them, but I'm like, oh, I don't even know if this is really working.
You know what? No, I don't have time to do a million different things. I don't. I
Yeah.
just don't. So I try to do like the end of the month, try and come up with the next month, and I don't recreate the wheel. I'll go in and I'll just grab different, pictures and stuff like that I like from online, but I do develop it myself, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I see some verbiage that I like, I'll certainly like copy and paste, but even then I still tailor it.
Yeah.
And then as far as I'm concerned, I'm done for the month, and then I just kind of kick them off.
Awesome. That's
You know?
awesome. I would really, really love to be able to have that, and then just put that in Evernote so people can see, because I think it's really important for us to be able to maximize both, because virtual is just, I really feel like it's exploding. Oh my gosh, I already have less than a minute. This is crazy.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No,
I just
no,
have
it's not
a quick
you.
question.
Okay.
I just went and tried to save a different cover photo in my events because I've seen that done and it is effective. It pops it up on everybody's timeline.
Mm-hmm.
When you do that, it's telling me you cannot save in a future event. Are you guys changing the time on your event to add that new photo?
I did it on day one. I forgot to do it on my pre-party, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check into that on my next parties. But I would think that you would be able to go in and change it for some reason, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I figured I could just edit it, but it won't let me.
So, I mean, when you go up to change group photo, or it says change cover photo, it doesn't let you?
No, it says you can't change this to a future event or something.
All right. Do you guys want to, do you want me to close out of this and then open it back up again and you guys log back on if you've got any more questions?
I'm good. The only thing I was going to say quick is for I haven't gotten around to changing the cover every couple of days, but what I do is I go in and create like a blank cover for the month, and I leave a spot at the bottom to say like welcome to, Lori's Facebook event, and I just kind of change it like that, but I do like the idea so it pops up. But again, I don't have a lot of time in between, so I just try to
Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
Well, if anyone figures it out, post under this, please.
Okay, I will. I'll definitely do that.
Do you have an
All
end
right,
date?
thank you.
What?
Does she have an end date on that Facebook event?